from all the Imams, Imam al-Sadiq, Imam al-Rida, that as soon as Muharram would come, they would begin having sorrow. They would remember Imam al-Hussein. But remember, when you are grieving for Aba Abdullah, grieve with purpose. Don't only cry, but do not reform as a human being. The main message of Aba Abdullah is reformation, changing as a human being. There's no point in crying, but then after Muharram and Safar, you are the same human being. When you come for such programs, when you leave, you should be a different human being. Like when you attend a seminar and a conference, when you come out, you should be a changed person, a person who has developed a skill. This time, a habit, a good habit. That from now on, for example, I will not judge. I will not become jealous. Karbala is all about jealousy. Yazid was jealous of Imam Hussein's position, that despite Imam Hussein not having a political position, yet people respect Imam al-Hussein's verdict. Therefore, we should reform ourselves as human beings. Coming to the second segment, inshallah, I will commence. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. I will very briefly talk about some of the companions who are not often discussed from various sources. And these narrations are quite long, but I've shortened them so that I can stick to time, inshallah. In the book of Sayyid ibn Tawus, Luhuf, he talks about a companion of Imam al-Hussein by the name of Muhammad ibn Bashir Hazrami. And this companion of Imam al-Hussein, on the day of Ashura, was informed that your son has been kidnapped in raid. Your son has been captured. So Muhammad ibn Bashir, naturally as a father, started crying, started weeping. So Muhammad ibn Bashir says, God will give me justice. Imam Hussein saw Muhammad ibn Bashir crying. And we all know regarding the Imam's ethics and etiquette and morals, as soon as he sees a man crying, he approaches the person, why are you crying? So he approached Muhammad ibn Bashir, oh Muhammad ibn Bashir, why are you crying? Muhammad ibn Bashir says, my son has been kidnapped in raid because I am supporting you. This is what Imam al-Hussein says, may Allah have mercy on you. I take back my allegiance from you for freeing your son. So go on and so on. Then go and free your companion. Go and free your son. The Imam then says that your son is more important than you. This is the humbleness of the Imam, the humility of the Imam. Then Muhammad ibn Bashir says, no, O Imam, there is no one as important as you. Then he says, this is Muhammad ibn Bashir said, this is what he says, I cannot disappoint Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by leaving your company and abandoning you. When Imam al-Hussein said, I had the best of companions, this is one of the reasons why. His son was kidnapped and captured. Imam al-Hussein says, go. Yet he says, I will not go because I have to fight this battle. In another narration, Anas ibn al-Harith, ibn Nabi al-Kahili, these are all companions in Karbala, by the way. He was an old man, a renowned Sahaba of Rasulullah, a companion. So imagine how old he must be, that he fought alongside Rasulullah, where? At Badr, at Hunayn, he fought alongside the Prophet. So Imam al-Hussein once went to Anas ibn al-Harith ibn Nabi al-Kahili, and he said, oh Anas, why don't you go and talk to Umar ibn Sa'ad? I do not want this war. I do not want to have this battle. The Imams and the Prophets, they would try their level best and their utmost to prevent bloodshed. So he said, go and have a dialogue. So Anas ibn Harith says, okay, I'll go and talk to Umar ibn Sa'ad. So he went towards Umar ibn Sa'ad and said, why are you plotting the killing of Imam al-Hussein? Umar ibn Sa'ad said, don't you always start a conversation with Salaam alaikum? Even sometimes when you go out and meet someone, you always say, what? Salaam alaikum. Why aren't you saying Salaam alaikum to me? This is what Anas says. Anyone who plots the assassination of the Holy Prophet's grandson is not a Muslim. Forget about being a Muslim. He is not even a human being. Then this is interesting. Anas, during the course of the battle, became injured. And he had a problem with his back. You know what he did? He took a turban, tied it on his waist, and said, even though I am injured, I'll still go and fight. The resolute nature of his companions, immense. Imam Hussein, after seeing him, bandaged, because he was injured on his forehead as well. Imam Hussein says that may Allah have mercy on you, O Shaykh, for what you are doing for us. This is there in an Ahl Sunnah book as well, Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, and in the Maqtal of Imam al-Hussein. this narration is there, that this man, despite being old, despite being 8, yet he says, I will fight for you, O Imam al-Hussein. The path of justice, the path of righteousness. I'll end with the final companion, but before this, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. One more companion, please. One more salawat, please. Alright, this is what happens when you're really immersed in your lecture, that instead of saying salawat, you say companion. So on that note, salawat. You know, there's a quote from Stephen Richards. He's an author, and he writes, the most valuable gift you can receive is an honest friend. And therefore Imam Hussein had the most honest friends and the most loyal companions. Al-Hajjaj al-Ju'fi, this final companion of Imam al-Hussein. This is there in the book Bihar al-Anwar, volume 10, page number 198. And I end with this riwayah. Al-Hajjaj al-Ju'fi went to Imam al-Hussein before going to battle. He says, today, and he recites these lines of poetry, today I shall meet your grandfather, the Nabi, then your father, the generous one, Ali, the wasi of the Prophet. However, I cannot bear this separation from you. That means, yes, I'm going to be martyred, I'm going to meet Rasulullah, I'm going to meet Ali ibn Abi Talib. But then how can I bear this separation from you? This is the reply of Abu Abdullah. This is what he says. He says, O Hajjaj al-Ju'fi, do not worry, I shall join you very soon. I shall join you very soon. In a few moments, these people will behead me. I also yearn to meet my grandfather. And I yearn to meet my father. And I yearn to meet my mother, Fatima Zahra. Therefore, I conclude my talk by saying that yes, the month of Muharram is coming. We should try our utmost to take advantage of this month. Learn as much as we can about Karbala. Learn as much as we can regarding the tragedy that befell Imam al-Hussein. But not only should we learn, but we should implement these teachings in our daily lives. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We are awaiting the moon of Muharram. Whenever this time of the year comes, we normally say that we yearn to see the moon of Muharram. And the same way we yearn to see the moon of Muharram, we yearn to hear the fada'il of the moon of the Hashimites, Abbas ibn Ali. When Abbas came by the water, he got the cold water, the river Euphrates. And these are the famous words of Abbas. Ya nafsu min ba'd al-Husayn huni. وبعدما كنت إن تكوني هذا الحسين وارد المنحوني وتشربين بارد المعين. How can I drink the syrup of water while my Mawla Hussein drinks the syrup of death? When Abbas captured the river Euphrates, Hazrat Abbas did not drink water. He said, how can I drink water when my Imam Hussein is thirsty? When the children of Abu Abdullah are thirsty. When innocent children in the camps are crying, Al-Atash, Al-Atash. One of the ulama narrates that on one occasion I delivered the Masa'ib of Abbas, and in my dreams I met Bibi Fatima and she was crying. So I said, O mother of Hussein, why are you crying? So Bibi Fatima said, I do not cry for anything that you have recited wrong. No, you haven't said anything wrong in your lecture. But whenever you recite the Masa'ib of Abbas, I want you to recite one line. Whenever you remember my son Abbas, always say that when someone falls from the horse, they normally fall with their hands in front of them. But Abbas fell with no hands. Azadaro, jab Abbas is दुनिया में आए, जब अब्बास पैदा हुए, बीबी ज़ैनब ने इमाम अली से कहा, कुछ देर के लिए अब्बास को मेरी गोद में